Hi, my name is Hallow. Update. Um, yeah, I might not be able to do the exciting, controversial rawness content episode we wanted to do for Monday. Hopefully, I have some staff I'm interviewing. They think they found somebody that might want to come help work for me. It's so crazy. In the field I work in, which is people on waivers. So I primarily serve people with intellectual disabilities, some developmental disability, but primarily intellectual. Ever since, it was always bad before COVID, but after COVID, we've had a really hard time finding staff and keeping people. So that's also a big issue in the medical industry as well. But yeah, I have a waiver. The government authorizes a certain amount of money for people to help me because there's different things I need help getting done, and we just can't find people that are willing to do it and stick with it and staff. So I'm in a weird jam right now. Right now I'm trying to find out, waiting on. I had to get a virtual appointment. The company that was supposed to do home healthcare with me has declined me. They have told me that they have met their quota for charity and Medicaid patients. And it really sucks balls because the referral was first given to them in August 31st. So initially they were telling me they didn't even get the referral, and then they were saying they did, but the quota was met for that month, and then this week I had been told, oh, it's the middle of the month, you'll be okay, we'll send somebody out, just get that referral. No. They ended up telling me yesterday that, and they never called me, that's the other thing that sucks. They never let me know. I had to track their asses down. So please, y'all, if nothing else is learned from my experiences, I'm here to tell you, don't feel bad, don't take it personally. I have to be reminded of this myself, that squeaky wheel gets the grease eternally when it comes to getting health care for yourself. You have to advocate for yourself every goddamn motherfucking step of the way. It doesn't matter if you're in the hospital. That's a million stories I have to tell about the times that I've had to advocate myself because there would be fighting and drama within my team members. The respiratory team just not wanting to pay attention to what the doctor's ordering. Insanity. And I had multiple situations where I was relaying information myself about me between the teams to get my ass out of that motherfucking hospital because I was ready to be released, but because Team A wasn't looking at the notes Team B wrote about my case, they didn't know I had progressed to the next step and was about ready to go. You guys, it's insane. Like I said, it's something you gotta explain, or bits and pieces. But one of the biggest wisdom I want to impart to y'all is, it's important to be polite and all that bullshit. And, you don't want to freak out on people because everybody's just trying to live and survive and pay their bills and go to work. And you would hope that anyone in the caregiving industry is doing it because, I'm going to get dinged for copyright. Let me turn off Electric Barbarella. You're going to get dinged. I'm sorry. The hope is that people in caregiving are doing it because they want to, but who knows what effect it erodes your soul, the drama. We're customers, we're patients trying to navigate within the system. So you can only imagine what it's like to work within that system if you want to help people, because there's so much crap that gets in the way of itself. And this happens in a lot of areas of life and businesses and professions and industries. Sometimes policies step on each other and get in the way of pure efficiency. So I honestly want to make this episode because I was trying to eat. Like, I'm trying to focus on eating foods you don't have to chew much. Like, I'm getting ready to order my groceries, and trust and believe, this bitch is going to be eating a lot of soup the next week. And that's cool. Luckily for me, I actually love soup. The main reason I don't eat it as much is because it's hard to find low sodium soup unless you make it yourself. And I was never a big cook to begin with, but sometimes I don't have the stamina to cook meals and shit. So, but this bitch is eating a lot of soup. But I started having excruciating pain. So I'm waiting for the Orajel to kick in so I can resume eating my yummy oatmeal. So yeah, here I'm again. On one level, the temporary issue got dealt with in the sense that my NP had a virtual meeting with me this morning. She's a wonderful lady. She's very great at what she does. So she got me the script for antibiotics, which is what I need to help get the ball rolling to keep me safe until I go through the next process, which I dread, is finding a dentist that's, number one, accepts Medicaid patients, and number two, can deal with bariatric patients, because my fucking circus fat ass ain't gonna be able to get in a traditional dentist chair. Trust and believe. That ain't, no. So yeah, it's crazy. But here I am again. I have benefits. I'm on the age and disabled waiver. I have state authorized dollars, but I can't get people to work and stick with it and do it and either try to begin with or show up. Like, I'm resourcing within my personal life, trying to get people I know that I think are compassionate to help me work for me. And then the company that provides services to me has been posting the positions for a long time. Like, we'll be in situations where, I remember one Monday, we had 3 people that had said they needed a job. And so we had scheduled for them to all come on a Monday when my supervisory staff would be able to be here to help with all that process, and not a fucking person showed up. Some didn't call at all. Some had let them know. I love burping. I ain't gonna say excuse me. I love burping. Was let them know they weren't gonna be able to come. It's crazy, y'all. It's wild. So the Oragel's kicking in, thank God. But yeah, right now I'm in a jam. I'm trying to find somebody that'll go get my antibiotics for me. The NP put the script in. My pharmacy notified me that they're there. I ain't got nobody. I got staffing dollars from the government, but I ain't got nobody that wants to go do it. So it's always blows our minds, my colleagues and I, when we're always seeing all these people say they need work and they want to make more money. And I don't know, y'all. There's so many variables to why is this happening. Because I remember I was chomping at the bit. My ass was chomping at the bit to get out of my grandma's house. And I love my grandma. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. But to get out of the house and start making some coin. Because my grandma did me right. I'm going to tell you, y'all. My grandma did me right. She was playing with me. She said, I will get food in your stomach, clothes on your back, and shelter. But anything else in life you want, you got to go out and get a job and earn the money to get it. And I will never, just see all the people I've met throughout my life, I will never, ever forget how important that is to impart on a child as a parent, that you need to earn. Because, regardless of how much your parents love you and whether they're wealthy or poor, blah, 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 the day will come when you have to strike out on your own. And it's a good thing to be independent. So I can't even relate to this current mind state of people that don't work and that turn down opportunities for work. I remember the first job I had, I was like 13 or something. I was working for one of my grandma's best friends. She had a catering business or she would put all the yummies and goodies together in her house, and I would go to her house and help her make them. And then, depending on whatever the event was, whether it was a church or what have you, then she would cater weddings, whatever different kind of events. And I was ready to go. I detasseled corn. So I, because if you try to work under a certain age, there's a bunch of labor laws, and you can't work at all to a certain age. And I was ready way before. And then once I got to the right age, I went and got my own fucking jobs, and it's been that way ever since. And I can't imagine not working. Like, to me, that's a nightmare. I was always one of them people that was terrified of retiring, because don't get me wrong, I'm all about balance. I've always been a musician and enjoyed the music world, like going to shows, performing shows. I'm all about leisure activity and feeding your soul too. But I just can't imagine a life of not working at all. That's probably one of the most terrifying things for me about my medical issues, that it kind of changed me into a person I would never was. So yeah, I feel better only because I've got OTC pain relievers, but my problems are far beyond being solved yet. Thank God my NP got me the script for antibiotics. And then the next step is I got to go on the search for a dentist that will allow Medicaid. That's weird too. The way it's explained to me like I said, I work in the profession on the caregiver side of it. So we do billing as well. We deal with government and doing billing, and we do a lot of the same processes that hospitals or doctor's offices or whatever do. You're guaranteed money. When you got government clients, you're guaranteed that money. You will get it. Whereas if you have private sector insurance companies, you could put a claim in February and not even get it till last week. But if you have Medicaid patients or government funded patients and you put your claim in, you're going to get it that next week. You're going to get paid on time. But you know what it is? I was told the reimbursement rate is different. It's mind-blowing, y'all. The crazy-ass system we live in and have to survive in. All right, you guys. I love ya. I wish you the best. I got be love to everyone. I'm going to try to eat this oatmeal, because I got to get my grocery list going and try to get on with my day. But oh my God, when the pain wave hits, it's just mind-blowing. It's just totally sharp, intense. It's just craziest. Mouth pain is insane. This is the first time in my life I've ever experienced. I'm normally somebody that doesn't mind pain. Like I said, I have techniques I've used since I was a young person, like naturally used before I learned more research and philosophy behind the techniques to separate your mind from your body, but it cannot always be done. And I don't want to underscore people who have chronic pain on the daily. I do not have to, thank God I'm blessed, I don't have to deal with that. Some people with lymphedema they say they're in constant pain with their legs, but that's not my thing. I'm not experiencing that. So yeah, I've always heard about mouth pain and tooth pain and stuff and how crazy fucked up it is, but I've never had to deal with it before this week. And everything everybody ever said makes sense. The bright side is all my vitals are okay. Another fear I had was I didn't want to be in the hospital at Christmas. There's a lot of good in the hospital I go to. I don't want to trash it completely. But a hospital is made up of individuals, so as the show progresses with the different episodes, I'll definitely be telling stories, good and bad. But yeah, just like any other place in life, doctors, nurses, techs, and then respiratory techs, physical therapists, you just have a whole fuck ton shitload of people you deal with when you go in the hospital. It's pretty mind-blowing how many different people you have to interact with. And my hermit ass ain't used to all that at all. That was a big adjustment in 2017, having to deal with all these people. All right. I'm going to put the music back on, babies. Election day. I love Arcadia, y'all. I'm so happy Duran Duran got Cruel World headlining billing. I've loved them since junior high. All right. Happy holidays to you.